Hello! The Mandalorian is back on your television screens. And I gotta say, after watching Andor and how expansive that was, how different that was, how mature that was, watching this it's like night and day. All right, so Mandalorian season 3. We are starting off with at the end of season 2, Grogu goes off with Luke. And then if you missed the Book of Boba Fett, then you're not really sure what's going on in the beginning of The Mandalorian Season 3. Grogu just magically shows up and, you know, it's like, oh, well, did you solve your quest? I solved my quest, but now I gotta do this other quest. And so, because of that, people are, you know, already saying, you know, like, oh, well, he just magically appeared somehow. You know, like the Emperor Palpatine, somehow. Emperor Palpatine has returned. Well, we know that Grogu was in, The Mandalorian and Grogu were in the best episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. Okay, we know that. Book of Boba Fett was fun, it was okay, but yeah, the best episodes were the episodes with the Mandalorian in them, and they explain Grogu going with Luke, and ultimately Grogu chooses to go with Mandalore. Ultimately chooses to go with Din Djarin, played by Pedro Pascal, and a couple of stunt doubles. And I think the stunt doubles do most of the work because Pedro Pascal was off filming The Last of Us. The Last of Us is also a really good show. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. I've also going to have a couple videos on The Last of Us as well, so, okay. I think this episode was pretty good. I think it's 6 out of 10. I think it did everything that a premiere needs to do. It sets everything up, it kind of explains everything to the audience, except for the Grogu stuff, you know, but that's why you need to go back and watch the Book of Boba Fett in order to find out how Grogu magically showed up here. But yeah, I think it does everything that a pilot needs to do. It sets up all the stories, but it just, yeah, it really is by the numbers. It's, you know, it's cheap thrills. You know, Pirates of the Caribbean has kind of invaded Star Wars now. We kind of have this weird Davy Jones pirate guy. He's just like a green moss all over his face and whatnot. And I love pirate stuff, so it's fun and it's good to see, you know, space pirates and whatnot. So I keep talking about all the time. It's the Saturday morning serial, or in this case, Wednesday morning. You know, you get on, you watch a half hour, 40 minutes of, you know, Mando going off on some kind of adventure and whatnot. And it's fun. I mean, they all fight a big monster in this. That was a lot of fun. I don't know. I mean, maybe this will be. I mean, I really enjoyed the second season. I think it was a vast improvement over the first season of The Mandalorian. I still think. I mean, after watching Andor, that's the thing. It's like you almost can't even compare these two. I've done a lot of videos on Andor. I love Andor, but that had really good writing, really good story. Everybody was complex characters, a lot of plots going on. The characters are very well written and interesting. And then you kind of go back to this, and everything is very quick. It's very, like I said, you know, just not quick and easy. I mean, but I mean, are people being too hard on this show? I mean, is that all that it's supposed to be? Just your swashbuckling and your pirates and your cowboys fighting it out. I mean, well, yeah. So if you look at it just as that and nothing really groundbreaking and, you know, I mean, they're not trying to make a masterpiece or anything, then fine, whatever. I think it's perfectly adequate. It's fine. It was a fine episode. I hope it gets better. I hope it doesn't go downhill, because it could go downhill really, really, really quickly. We've seen that happen with Star Wars, obviously the sequel trilogy, etc., etc. But, of course, Jon Favreau has said that Season 4 is already filmed. Or, I'm sorry, already written. He already wrote Season 4, and everyone's like, you already wrote it? And it's like, well, yeah, we need to know where the story's going. Kind of like what they didn't do with the sequel trilogy. All right, that's all I got. Check out my other videos. See ya.